Have you gone to the gym for years but still feel unconfident? You think that working harder, maybe increasing the width of your biceps will increase your confidence, but you are completely wrong. Your self-image is expired. Your self-image is out of date. This is something I learned from a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, which I actually have right here. It talks about how your self-image needs to be updated because it doesn't do it on its own. The way you perceive yourself is probably expired. For me, it was true. The way I perceived myself was expired by 5 years. I was a 21-year-old guy in good shape, thinking that I was the 2020 version of myself, fat, little addicted instant gratification, little dopamine rat. But I'm not anymore. And so that needed to be updated. And doing this is actually a very relatively easy fix. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can do that. Because it's not, the solution isn't working hard in the gym. The solution is training your mind as well. Because we train our minds, but we don't train our bodies. And there's something really wrong with that. Before we start, if you want dramatic results like tripling your testosterone in 3 months, click the link in the description below. This community in the description is everything that I use to triple my testosterone in 3 months. The value is over $1,000, I'd say, and the price is $10 a month. So your self-image is out of date. What is your self-image? Well, it's how you perceive yourself. It's the picture that you have of yourself. So, for example, this would be a bad self-image because the cat isn't the lion. The cat is the cat, but he thinks he's the lion. This is arrogance. This isn't accurate. What you need to understand, what I learned from the book that I read, is that the self-image needs to be accurate to get the good results. So if, for example, you were this, which probably I was the lion, and I was looking at myself and I was seeing the cat, then that is bad as well. So it needs to be accurate. So ideally you want the lion to be looking in the reflection and seeing the lion, hopefully, and the cat to be looking and seeing the cat. That is what you want, really. You want this. So to get you to understand this more visually, this is my example of my out-of-date self-image, so that maybe you can realize that maybe yours is out-of-date as well. And I'll show you how to fix it as well. So this was old me. This is old Nico. Skinny, fat, skinny, bit of love handles. 2020, COVID lockdown hit, took it badly. And this was 2025 me. Much better shape, overall muscle, lost a bit of fat, more sporty, more kind of entrepreneurial, and wants to be successful in life. When I realized when I read the book of this 2024, my brain was in the wrong place. My self-image was in 2020. My self-image was stuck in time. And what you need to do is simply change it. So you simply need to update it just by realizing that you're not that younger self anymore. There are some ways you can do this by like daily reminders. The book that I read basically goes into specific like daily practices you can do. I'll link the book in the description if you want to buy it and look at all the specifics, but I'm just going to dumb it down a bit and give you some simpler things that you can do because they're quite extensive and they require quite a lot of work. So what you need to do is you just need to remind yourself through things like having a photo album on your phone with pictures that you look good in of your recent self. And when you are feeling a bit of unconfidence, or when you feel that, I don't really want to do that, I'm not really like that, you look at the pictures and it makes you realize that you are that guy now. You have improved yourself. Hopefully you've worked on yourself. If you haven't, get started. But if you have, then you can look at that photo album and prove it to yourself that you have improved and that you are a much better overall successful person in life, just in general. Maybe before you were like top 50% of guys your age in terms of physical state, mental state, and now maybe you're 20%, and that's a success. What you can also do is have a list on your notes page on your phone that lists all the achievements that you've done, so that you can look at it and say, oh, I've lost 10 kilos of fat, I've gained X amount of muscle, I'm much better, I've achieved this in my school, my sport, I've read this amount of books that I've really learned from after I've left school, I've started a business, I've got a first in my uni degree, whatever. So that's the kind of thing that you can do. You just look back on that list when you're feeling a bit, like if you ever feel a bit shit about yourself, if you ever underestimate yourself, you can look at that. Self-talk also plays a role. Think of things like, I am good enough. I am good. I'm fucking good. This is something that I've used in sport as well. If I just say those 3 words, I actually play a lot better. So some simple things you can say to yourself that actually that you're like, yeah, I am, because I can look back and I can show, I know that I've achieved things, and I know that I can be confident about things. There's this entrepreneur business dude online that says something very interesting about confidence and having a stack of confidence, and I'll find the quote now. It's actually summarizes this perfectly. So this is the quote. So this is what he says. You don't become confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by having a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt. As we saw with the cat looking in the reflection and seeing the lion, his self-image was more than he actually is. You want to be looking as the lion, showing yourself as the lion, and you can see that you've done a lot. So what he says here is just to give you like a visual demonstration. What is a stack of undeniable proof? A stack of shit that you've done. Things that you've done. A list of things that you've done that you can look at and say, well, how can I not be confident when I've done all this? And if you aren't at that stage where you can look back and say you've done all this, then the perfect thing for you to do right now is check this in the description, which is a course to get you, kind of stop you from being a loser, to be honest. It's specifically targeted at increasing your testosterone, like I did, but also it has tons of resources in there, like book summaries on productivity, improving mental health, getting good at meditation, building your legs, even how to fix your mindset. And then it has modules on training, nutrition, testosterone, 2 massive ebooks that I've written, about 100 pages total, how to use a habit tracker. So basically everything that I use, and it's all backed in proof because I have done it. So these are all the modules that you get. I'll actually show you inside the community just briefly. Skip this if you're not interested, but little quick preview. If I click on the I Am Fat module, so this is a ebook on how to lose fat, like in dummies detail. And if you do something like this, you can look at it and you've lost the fat, and you can look at it and say, well, I do have a stack of undeniable proof now. I do have something to add. I'm starting to become this. So this is a ebook on how to lose fat. And it gives you just like specific detail, blah, 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 blah. Foundations, the science, and then like actionable steps, because it's all this worked for me, and I'm a massive foodie, so things like this help me massively. Notion templates, whatever. Video on how to destroy a binge eating addiction, a video on how to destroy meditation, and then a video module on how to get sick at increasing your testosterone and how to basically triple your testosterone through everything on top of everything that we've learned. So you might have leveled up in the gym enough that you have a pretty good like body, you're pretty low body fat. And you might have, maybe if we're using like metrics to show this, you might have a 9 out of 10 body. But your brain might be a 3 out of 10. So you might be back at that point where you weren't in good shape, but you think that you are this currently, but you're not. You're currently the 9. So that's how you need to update your self-image to get to that point, and to up those with the things that we've discussed, like having simple reminders, simple notes pages, simple like even pictures, like a photo album on your phone, the self-talk things. Do what works for you. I'm not giving you like a specific like blueprint to follow, but all these things work. So all these self-talk things, the affirmations work, reminders, pictures, things that you can even put on your wall of yourself, maybe a picture of yourself, or maybe something that you have on your daily to-do list, like I do. Like if you have a daily to-do list, something that you look at every day, and then you can see a picture of yourself, maybe just an idea, a word, a phrase, or something that says that I have made a lot of progress in X. So that's all for that. I hope you found that useful, and until next time, bye.